2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. Here with Chris Webber and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We're joined by reporter Ali LaForce as well. It's the Philadelphia 76ers and the Chicago Bulls. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. A look at the 76ers starting group. Pass to Iverson. Here's Snow. Rebounded by Pippen.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
To the inside, Rodman. Second chance effort.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Now Philadelphia with it. Here's Iverson. Pass to Snow. Here's Iverson. There's the three. Offensive board. Great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Out to the right wing. Jordan inside. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Iverson. Rebounded by Pippen.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
The putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Here's Iverson, covered by Jordan. And is blocked. And they'll get another chance. Here's Lynch. Clock at 6. Here's Snow. Here's Pippen.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And they pick up 2.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Jordan goes in and slam dunk by Jordan.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Shot's good by Iverson.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Here's Harper. Pass to Pippen. Wing shot on the way. Here's Lynch. From 10 feet away. Rodman with a rebound. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the basket by Pippen.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Iverson. There's the drive. 2 points. That one goes. Iverson. He has 6.
In his comfort zone, finding an opening and exploding to the rim.
Pass to Pippen. Lets it go for 14. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
The ball's knocked loose. Here's Rodman. And here's Jordan. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile one block defensive performance.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
So it's Chicago now. Pass to Snow. Got a piece of it. Here's Harper. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Longley. 13 feet out. It's hauled in by Hill. Here's Lynch, covered by Jordan. And it's rejected. And he recovers it. Right wing. Second chance shot. Snow, no good.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's Harper. Pass to Pippen. And he banks in the layup.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Here's Iverson, covered by Jordan. Iverson can't hit. Chicago leading. Here's Pippen. He's got 6. Jordan inside. Here's Lynch. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Iverson. And the three-pointer goes.
Iverson.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Harper. Here's Jordan. Oh, what a play. It's snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Here's Iverson, covered by Jordan. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's Pippen. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. He shoots. Nails the baby hook. Give him 8 points now.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And the basket by Mutombo.
Defense is aggressive. When you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Here's Kerr. Pass to Kukoc. Five to shoot. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Here's Mutombo. Here's McKee. Pass to Geiger. And now the Bulls in transition. From deep, Jordan. Counted from distance. And it's an 8-point Bulls lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
We've also seen them do a great job of protecting the paint. You see that in their block shots total. So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's McKee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Mutombo. Shot clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. The Bulls on offense. They're leading by 8. Here's Pippen. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's McKee. Here's Mutombo. Outside Jones. Oh, from deep. Here's Mutombo. And another shot. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. Pass to Jordan. The three. He can't get that one to fall. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. To the middle. Here's Mutombo. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And here are the Bulls now. 6-point game. Here's Kerr. Pass to Jordan. To the left side wing. Here's Pippen. From deep.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And they recover it. Now Jordan. To the wing, right side. Tries again. And the basket by Pippen. 10 points for him.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. He's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Pass to McKee. Shot from 16. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Now here's Jordan. He's guarded closely. Here's Kerr. Here's Kukoc. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Philadelphia ball.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
76ers.
The Sixers trailing. Here's Iverson. 9 points in the game. Pass to McCulloch. Fires from 14. And he hits the jumper.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Knocked away. Over to the left wing. Here's Kukoc. Three-pointer. And the basket by Pippen. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Tries it from 19. Blocked. They retain possession. Here's Jones. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Kukoc. Here's Pippen. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Iverson. Pass to Geiger. From the baseline. That one no good. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulls leading by 9. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Pass to Kukoc, just 5 to shoot. They get the rebound. Simpkins. The layup misses. Here's Iverson. On the take. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Kukoc. It's deflected. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 13.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's Simpkins. Blocked. Here's Jones. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago leading. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Kerr. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And again, Chicago, no good.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead in.
Here's Bushler. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Lets it go from 14.
Great anticipation on the tip in. He was ready to make that play.
And the 76ers with possession. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Iverson. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Tremendous adjustment in midair. Hard to stay focused on the hoop when you got to do that.
Pass to Bushler. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Kerr, no good. Here's McKee. Down low. McCulloch with the bucket.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's Bushler. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Kerr. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And the 76ers making a change here.
76ers substitution.
On defense, the Sixers. They trail by 3 inside. And Simpkins gets it to go.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Snow. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Eric Snow. One shot.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Harper. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Snow. Here's McKee. Here's McCulloch. Buries it from about 10 feet away. 6 points for him.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Pass to Harper. Here's Bushler. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Longley. Deflected, and they get it back. Shot clock at 3. Here's Kerr. Here's Snow. Here's McKee. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Kerr. The teardrop. Pass to Bushler. To the paint. Here's Longley. And too long on the shot. The Sixers trailing. To the inside. Hill. That ties it up.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
So it's Chicago now. Here's Harper. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
To the middle. Here's McCulloch. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Here's Harper. Pass to Bushler. Here's Harper. Takes a 13-footer. McCulloch pulls it in.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Lynch, good.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Chicago calls timeout.
Fans, the loudest section gets free T-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
So both teams changing it up here.
Sixers substitution.
Here's Harper. Pass to Jordan. Six on the shot clock. Going inside.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Pass to Lynch. Right side Hill. Just 2 to shoot. Here's McKee. No good with the triple. Chicago with the ball. Here's Pippen. He's got 15. Now here's Jordan. To the inside. Rodman, shot is good. He's got 6.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Here's McKee. Pass to Snow. Here's Mutombo. Second shot opportunity. Tipped. Blocks it again. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Philadelphia ball.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Snow.
I can't believe it. I mean, he can't buy a basket in the second period. He might want to keep the ball moving.
Here's Pippen. Mutombo with the rebound. Philadelphia with the ball. Trailing by 2. And it's McKee missing. And so here is Chicago. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Harper. Here's Jordan.
Oh! He's trying to tear the hinges off the rim.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Here's Snow. Shot to end the cold streak. And the layup is good. He's got 5.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago ball.
Here's Harper. Pass to Pippen.
After lighting up the court in the first quarter, he's put up a donut so far in the second. One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the 76ers, George Lynch. At the line for 2.
And he drops it first. The Bulls making a switch here. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Chicago leading. Here's Pippen. 15 points in the game. Here's Harper. Off target with the 3. With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
Pass to Mutombo.
76ers foul. Tyrone Hill. That's his first.
And the 76ers making a change here. Jones is checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the 76ers, Jermaine Jones.
And here are the Bulls now. 1:42 left in the first half. Pippen got a hand on it. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Pass to Snow. Deflected. Here's Pippen. Jordan with it. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Defensive foul. Allen Iverson. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Michael Jordan. Shooting 1.
Free throw's good. Jordan. The Sixers trailing. There's 1:12 left in the second period. Here's Mutombo. 6 points for him.
That's number 2 on him already. The third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some ground.
Third team foul.
Here's Snow. He's got 5. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. He buries it from 3. Jones has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 44 seconds left in the half. Here's Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Iverson. Kept alive. Mutombo. No luck on that one. Now here's Jordan. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Bulls. They're up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Chicago came out looking very confident. They had the upper hand early, defense and offense clicking, opening up an 8-2 run after the tip. At the end of one, they were already up 9. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
It was a great display of team ball. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit sharing the rock. Not only
And that's a wrap with the third.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And Chicago has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Step back and fire. Here's Longley.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Snow. And for Philadelphia, pass to Lynch. To the paint. Here's Hill. That one is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Auto foul. Dennis Rodman. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Tyrone Hill. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Here's Pippen. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. Here's Harper. Six to shoot. Here's Pippen. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
Against good defense, he finds just enough room to operate.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Pass to Iverson. To the wing on the left. And here's Jordan. Shoots over Hill. Here's Rodman.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
90 seconds into the second half now. Down low. Here's Hill. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lane.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Knocked loose and out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Chicago leading. Jordan with it. He's got 18. Pass to Longley. Offensive rebound. Here's Harper. Clock at 6. Now Jordan from outside the arc. Unable to get that one. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Assisted.
Great game for him. Double-double now.
With a strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. That's tipped. Here we go, all alone. And that one drops.
Iverson.
Now just a 3-point Chicago lead.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Now here's Jordan. Tight defense on him. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 5.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Shot's good by Iverson. He's got 19.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Pippen. Rebound by the 76ers.
He lets the D off the hook right there. I mean, if they let him get that open again in that spot, he'll get burned.
Here's Snow. He's got 5. No good from 11 feet.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Here's Rodman. Another shot. Good work defensively by Hill.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Here's Iverson. He's got 19. The shot by Mutombo, no good.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
From 18 feet away, and he connects with a jumper. Jordan's got 20. The Sixers trailing. Here's Iverson. Good work there as it goes.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Here's Kerr, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Inside, from 6 feet away. Pass to Rodman. Just 5 to shoot, to the right side. Pippen. And again, no good by Chicago. And it's the Sixers with the ball. It's a 3-point game over Jordan, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Chicago with the ball. Here's Pippen. 21 points in the game. Can't nail the jumper. Here's McKee. Here he goes. Soft touch off the glass. Now just a 1-point Chicago lead.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
76ers substitution. Todd McCulloch. Jermaine Jones.
Pass to Jordan. Here's Wennington. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Michael Jordan with the assist.
Here's Iverson. 21 points in the game. Knocks it loose.
Bulls foul. Dennis Rodman.
Both teams will make substitutions.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Jones. Here's McKee. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Iverson. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Give him 23.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Out to the wing. Here's Jordan. That one off the back iron and out.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Jones misses. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Now Jordan. Give him 20. Here's Kerr. Back to Jordan. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Let's go with a 3. They get it again. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Here's Iverson. Some solid defense from Jordan. Here's Kukoc. Tipped away. Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. Here's McKee. Tipped. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. And Philadelphia calls time here.
50 seconds. Timeout for the 76ers. All right. Look who's coming on in the court. Come on. Get loud for your lovable.
Out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Iverson. Here's McCulloch. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul. Third
And a moment to
foul.
check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
I love how they've attacked the basket in this game. They've taken a very aggressive approach.
Another thing I've noticed is their work on the offensive glass. Creating extra opportunities has been the key.
And he can't hit the second.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And here's Jordan. Give him 20. Here's Kukoc to the paint. Fade away. And that one's long. Here's McKee. Here's the teardrop. No good. Chicago leading. To the inside. Rodman. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Bulls, Dennis Rodman. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Outside Jones. That shot off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
Chicago ball.
Here's Kukoc. Pass to Kerr. Here's Jordan. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Jordan's gotten 4 this quarter.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Shot's good by Iverson.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Pass to Rodman. Here's Kukoc.
In the third. 2 minutes.
Ooh, poked away. Down low. And Kerr gets it to go.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Sixers trailing. Here's Iverson. 25 points in the game.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Now here's Jordan, guarded closely. 17-foot shot on the way. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Tough for a defender to challenge the shot when the height differential is so pronounced.
He takes it in, and he goes in for the dunk.
Man, when you're down, you want him taking it hard to the rack. Get those points and fire up this team.
Pass to Jordan. Six on the shot clock. Basket counts. Jordan's got 26.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
46 seconds left in the third. Here's Iverson, covered by Jordan. From the elbow. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. He's got 11.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
24 seconds left in the third. Here's Iverson, covered by Jordan. Iverson can't hit. Now here's Jordan. He's got 26. McCulloch pulls it in. Here's Iverson over Jordan. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Bulls up by 3. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate.
Come on, fans.
That's an
It's the
outstanding
fourth quarter. Get up out of your seats and let me hear you.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Snow, covered by Jordan with the drive. Snow gets the bucket.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And for Philadelphia, Jordan with the bucket. Now Philadelphia with it. They trail by 3. Here's Snow, covered by Jordan. Here's Jones, off the left rim and out. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Oh, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
middle. Here's Hill. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Harper. And he lays it up and in. And the Bulls lead by 5.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Pass to McKee. Outside Jones. Here's Snow, covered by Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Here's Snow, covered by Jordan. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Ball. 76er substitution.
Here's Harper. With the teardrop. It's hauled in by Hill. Hill's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, they get a hand on it. And now the Bulls in transition. Here's Harper. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Bulls, Ron Harper. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Snow. And he drives in. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, good whistle there.
Third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the 76ers.
And the first one at the line is good.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Both good from the line that time.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Ball stolen. Here's McKee.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Mutombo. Pass to Lynch. 4 on the clock. Here's Snow. He puts up a 3.
Until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
76ers ball.
Pass to McKee. Back to Hill. Tries again. It's tipped. Here's Mutombo. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Third team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Dikembe Mutombo. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
They've definitely made free throws look easy here in the second half.
Second free throw, no good.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Here's Harper. It's deflected. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. To the paint. Here's Mutombo. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Timeout called. The Bulls.
Who wants a T-shirt?
I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team. He told them to be more careful about their selections, saying, quote, don't force it at the arc. If it's not a good look, don't risk it. Move the ball, attack inside. Use your options.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Pippen. Second chance shot. Missed inside. The Sixers trailing. Here's Snow. To the inside. And the basket by Mutombo.
You get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Here's Pippen.
Philadelphia foul, Aaron McKee. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Harper. Pass to Kukoc. 5 on the clock. Hits the trifecta.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Here's McKee. Left side Hill. Inside. Snow gets the bucket.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Pass to Kukoc. Here's Pippen. Driving to the basket. Goes back up. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Lynch. Here's Mutombo, and the layup is good off the glass. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing, not giving them an inch of space out there.
One other thing they've done very well is getting out in transition. They're running at every opportunity.
Down low, Snow, and rejected. Here's Pippen, out to the right wing. Pass to Longley. To the middle. Here's Rodman. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
The Bulls making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. The Sixers leading.
That's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
4th team foul.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. Pass to Snow. Here's Mutombo. 6 on the shot clock. Hill with it. The Sixers with another miss.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Here's Pippen. Oh, they need this. Mutombo with the rebound.
Even though he's gone ice cold, he keeps shooting. And it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's some better options.
Jordan with it. Pass to Pippen. Here's Rodman. Here's Harper. Off target with a jump hook. Here's Iverson. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. Here's Harper. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
This has not been his best quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
They get it back. And another miss by Philadelphia. Chicago trailing here. Driving inside. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for T-shirt time.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
Bulls on D. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Iverson. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Pass to Pippen. Here's Harper. Now Jordan. 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Here's Iverson. Over Jordan. Here's Mutombo. And there's the rejection. Here's Pippen. Snow grabs the board.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
And he converts the layup. He's got 31.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Third team foul. At the line for Chicago, Scottie Pippen taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw is good. And Philadelphia calls time here.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
The Sixers trailing. Here's Iverson. Banked it in off the glass.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Alters his release to do it, and those are 2 crucial points.
To the wing, right side. From deep, Jordan. Can't hit that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Pass to Iverson. Over Jordan. And the shot falls short that time. Boy, he has been hard to stop.
Yeah, and they've thrown a few things at him too, but to no avail.
Here's Longley. Check by Hill. Back to Jordan. And that one's good. Jordan's got 12 points in just the second half. A minute 29 left in the fourth. Here's Iverson. With some arc. Uses the glass on the layup.
A clutch basket there. The later we get into this game, the more they need him to attack the rim.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Jordan. The 6-footer. And down it goes. 2 points. Jordan's got 32 points in the game.
That's the definition of clutch. Hitting the big-time shot on a bigger opponent.
He's going to take that shot no matter who's on. He wants the ball in those situations.
They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Brutal play at this point. It's frustrating because they've battled so hard all night.
The 76ers making a switch here. Here's Iverson, covered by Jordan. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Here's Pippen. Oh, he nails it!
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Iverson. He can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
24 seconds left to play in the fourth. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for Chicago, Ron Harper. At the line.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're down by 7. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
I'm really curious to see what their strategy is at this point. You can't afford any wasted possessions.
They get it back. Beyond the arc. That shot, no good. And here's Brown. This one belongs to Chicago. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.